Let me ask you this question, bro. What happened? Where did it go off the rails? Why did it go off the rails with the whole Fiend thing?
In terms of...
Just got kind of hokey. It was excellent. The Funhouse was great. Alexa Bliss was good. All that was doing good. The burning, the coming out of the mouth.
So what are we supposed to assume here? But Bray Wyatt is still burned alive.
Yeah, Bray Wyatt.
How are they writing themselves out of there?
Because he'll reincarnate the second like coming.
It's a reincarnation.
This is the issue. Conan's right. Like and Bray. I tell you, look. I bring my phone here. Let me show you something. This is not going to be good for people just listening. But I'm bringing up a photo that. So me and my son, we stayed at the same hotel as the WWE guys, because I find out from someone that gives me the info, like where they're staying as well. So my son just go in and meet them.
Right.
So we're in here talking to Bray Wyatt in the gym in the morning, and he 100% predicted all of this. You can see that.
Yeah.
Can you see the gym?
Yeah, I can see him.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the hotel gym.
We see it.
So we're in there. So I ended up having this conversation about him, and he 100% knew back in November 2019 that they were going to mess this up. He said he doesn't know what they're doing. They don't know what they're doing with it. He goes, this was just after Hell in a Cell, and he said, that was a mess. And he goes, I didn't want I shouldn't be winning the title yet. He was talking about how I don't know what it's going to be. He goes, it's supposed to be very different to this. He goes, I mentioned things with Illuminati things. I always have these ideas to link it to Illuminati and stuff about lizards and reptiles.
He's a QAnon Mark too, right?
What's that?
He's a QAnon Mark too, right?
I didn't know about QAnon back then, so I didn't talk to him about it. But I was mentioning it. He goes,
if he's a conspiracy guy, he's got to be into all that stuff.
Let me tell you something, Billy. This guy has had the fantastic ability to get over two super cool characters that are very outside of the box, and WWE's found a way to both of them up. He was very correct. I mean, they might be able to, rehabilitate this. But so far, to me, it's gotten kind of hokey, and I was a big fan of all of this. Just so
clear. He was very clear. Like when he said to me, he goes, why can't how come nobody understands? He said to me, he goes, everybody understands. He goes, we got some great guys. He said to me, we have great guys, great young guys with great ideas. When it comes to and they understand everything that I want to do. He goes, but it's really difficult to make one person understand what we want to do. I know who that is. Well, we all. So that's what he said. So he actually did say they have a load of writers there, when he's talking about the younger guys who completely understand the lizard, the Illuminati, the symbolism, the direction that he wants to
go with that.
But they can't, because the person who runs the show doesn't understand any of this stuff. He doesn't know what any of it is. So. They can creep in references and things which they can do sporadically, but in the end they can't do a full story and tell it the way it's supposed to be. So what you're getting is a very, very basic caricature of what Bray wanted to do. The biggest
I got a conspiracy theory. Okay. Vince McMahon you've heard this, he's obviously a very powerful person. Might be in the Freemasons, part of the Illuminati. And didn't realize that all these guys were on their show, were doing all these Illuminati references and stuff, and trying to expose it. So he just killed off the character and had it burned alive to try to protect from discovering that Vince is part of the Illuminati. I would tell that story on the show that Vince got paranoid about that. But that's
that's the thing. He understood what was going to come from it, and being a babyface now, it's even more difficult to do. We had those. Period where obviously you turned Undertaker babyface back in the 90s, but the idea was just to put him up against all these monsters. With the whole fan base that we have now, with it really whittled down to these to this hardcore fan base, they are looking for match quality more than they have done before. And there's no way you can just go around and bring in all these giants and monsters and everything to fight Bray Wyatt. It's not the time you can do it. So I have no idea where they go after WrestleMania. Like, who's the next heel that faces Bray Wyatt after Randy Orton?
Heels aren't even heels. They're heels one week and baby faces the next. I don't even know who the heel is in the Alexa Bliss, Randy Orton thing. You know, they're doing the Shades of Grey stuff booking too, and it's just very confusing to people that have grown up on the different model of wrestling of good guy, bad guy stuff.
They should try to bring somebody in or bring somebody up that's like a new nemesis for Bray, like when they brought in Mankind for Undertaker. You know, just bring in a new character. You know, since there's no one really left on the regular roster, bring somebody up.
Yeah, I would say they would bring in like Karrion Kross or something like that, but they would burn through it pretty quickly because they don't know how to write a long-term story. So at the moment, in terms of, I mean, it's just evident